Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, kids. This is your Nair sir. Thank you very much for coming back to my channel. Those who are coming for the first time, this is a new way that I want to teach you so that you will be able to understand the question and able to solve it. Trying to make it simple and trying to make it fast. Okay, I'm using PPT for my explanation. But what we are solving, we are doing for grade 12 CBSE three-dimensional geometry. And what we are going to look at, we are going to look at all the examples. Let's kickstart the first one. If a line makes an angle of 90, 60 degree and 30 degree with the positive direction of X, Y, and Z axis respectively, find its direction cosine. I've been asked to find the direction cosine. And I've been given the angle. There's a very specific reason why I'm writing this. Because I have seen many students writing and underlining. So that is the part which I just picked up for my explanation. Now things are more like clear for you. You know what you need to find. You need to find the direction cosine. And what is being given to you? You're being given the angle. And what is the direction cosine? Direction cosine is nothing else but on your 3D, it's L is equal to cos of alpha, M is equal to cos of beta, and N is equal to cos of gamma. Most of the kids would have, by this time, would have solved this question. Okay? Substitute the value. I know what is cos of 90, that is 0, cos of 60, that is 1 upon 2, and cos of 30 degree, that is root 3 upon 2. That's my answer. Let's go to the next example. Example 2. If a line has a direction ratio, now direction ratio is given, what is being asked? I've been asked to find the direction cosine, and I've been given the direction ratio. Okay. What's the formula for direction ratio? Direction cosine. The direction cosine is A upon root of A square plus B square plus C square, B upon the same, C upon the same. Now, by this time, most of the kids would have solved it. So the idea is to give you that hint that is running in your mind. Okay. Look at this. No need of explanation on this kind of questions. Am I right? If you know the formula, you will understand it. And when you're reading the question, how do you divide that particular question? What is given? What is asked? Okay. Next. This is the answer for you. I'm using colors to make sure that, you are able to understand what it is. There will be more color that will be used when I'm going further, because these are examples which are the first level example, simple example. तो वैसे उसको solve किया हुआ है. अगला example. Find the direction cosine of x, y, and z axis. Again, क्या दिया हुआ है? I'm being asked to find the direction cosine. I've just done the direction cosine in my previous question. And what was that? That was LMN. And what was LMN? LMN was cos of alpha, cos of beta, cos of gamma. Now look at this. It's a direction x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. That means I'm going to get three cosine ratio, three direction ratio, direction cosine. Okay. X-axis, it makes an angle of 0 with the x-axis and makes 90-degree angle with the y-axis and 90-degree angle with the z-axis. So what do I get? I get alpha is equal to 0, beta is equal to 90, gamma is equal to 90. All my kids would have by this time solved it. And my answer is, this is for my x. Similarly, I can do that for my y. Okay. I did not waste much time on this. This is my direction cosine for y-axis and similarly for the z-axis. My answer is done. Can I go further? Yes. Next example. I've got show that the point are collinear. What do you mean by collinear? They're in the straight line. And how can I show when I'm talking of a 3 dimension? 3 dimension mein I've been given the XYZ coordinate. How can I do that? I need to show that the direction ratios are proportional. If I can show the direction ratios are proportional, I can prove that the lines are collinear. And what do you mean by direction ratio? Direction ratio of a vector line joining 2 points. I've got 2 points A, B, and BC. How will I find the direction ratio? I can find the direction ratio as x2 minus x1, y2 minus y1, z2 minus z1. I know what is x1, y1, x2, y2, x3, y3. Substitute the value and get the answer. 80 to 90% of my students would have got the answer by this time. Okay. AB, I've got A and B. I substitute the value and I get this. Similarly, I've got the value of A1 as -1, B1 as -5, C1 as 7. Now that are my, what are they? They are my direction ratio. And similarly, I get the other part also for BC. What do I do? A2 upon A1 is -2. B2 upon B2 is 10 upon -5, that's -2. And C2 upon C1, -14 upon 7, that is -2. Hence, since A1 upon A2 is equal to B2 upon B1 is equal to C2 upon C1, and what is that equal to? -2. Therefore, A, B, C are collinear. Thank you very much for joining, kids, for this. I will be taking another 5 more questions in my next video. Have a lovely day. Do share and subscribe if you find this channel to be useful. And do give me your feedback in how it's working for you. Thank you once again. Have a lovely day.